Paul, first time the Fischer County Ground saw Vitality Blast action here following the washout against Lancashire. Ended in defeat, unfortunately, 51 runs against Yorkshire. What are your thoughts on the performance and the result?
Well, firstly, very proud of the guys, the way they looked at going after that huge score. Getting 200 is very easy to get bowled out cheaply when you're going at that sort of rate per over. We knew we wanted to play a new brand of cricket. We wanted to have small boundaries, obviously a bit more pressure on the bowlers. We have to execute well. Yorkshire tonight did that better than we did. The 5 internationals and 2 other guys who were England Lions, who were close to knocking on the door for the England team, they showed their quality and their execution was tremendous with the bat. 19 sixes, 18, 19 fours. They put real pressure. Every time we missed a Yorker or our slow ball wasn't quite in the right place, then they hurt us hard. And it was a record score and fair play to them on a brilliant pitch and exactly what we wanted from our grounds, and he produced a brilliant wicket. So we thank him there for that. And we went out, probably didn't quite get the power play we would have liked. Yorkshire bowled well. Willie in particular bowled well. He got his Yorkers in. His slow balls were in fantastic areas. He swung the ball, and we'll look back in hindsight, and I think we had too many overs that went for sort of 15 plus. If I'm honest, we had a great debrief after the game, and the lads were very honest and talked about execution of skills, and that's what it's come down to tonight on a fantastic flat wicket with some high class players. It was all about execution, but our younger lads have learnt a lot tonight. So we know this is our brand of cricket to play. It was still new for us in a way as well, even though we've had a couple of practice games ourselves. So we know where we need to execute better, and we'll look forward to the rest of the competition.
You mentioned the international class. Obviously, you mentioned Willie with the ball. Then you got the likes of Paul Ran at the bat, live with the bat as well, and Cole Cadmore, the stalwart, who saw out all of their innings. Do you think is that where the difference is tonight? Just the international class?
Yeah, it was. Again, it's all about execution, and they executed much better than we did tonight. They did show their class tonight. A fair play. We just missed some of our Yorkers, and Cole Cadmore hit some great sixes there tonight. He struck the ball very cleanly, and put pressure right back on us every ball. So great learning again for us. But what's pleasing is the way we believed we could go out and do that and take them down. And we showed that right through the innings. We consistently hit 4s and 6s. Great to see Lewis Hill striking the ball so cleanly, and Aaron Lilly has got nearly 200 striker rate, just under. So we know that this is our brand of cricket now we want to play. The crowd must have loved that cricket. It was full till right at the end. Obviously tonight we were on the losing side, but we execute better and keep that score down to 220 or 210. Then we know we can win that game. So we keep the faith, and we're positive about moving forward.
And I think after about 10 overs, Aquin has used 7 different bowlers already. So that's just showing you out there that they are trying different things. You are still trying to go for it, even though that the Yorkshire came out and obviously started at a really fast pace.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You've got to think on your feet at times. You've got plans, and sometimes those plans don't work. And Ackers is a very proactive captain, and he brought himself on quite early as well. And it was meant to be. They played well. They hung back, and they hit him hard. And it was such a good pitch. Very little in it for spinners unless you got your Yorkers in. Callum Parkinson actually bowled a brilliant 3 overs, and then he just unfortunately he bowled a one that slipped out, a high ball, a no ball, which got hit for 6, and an extra ball got hit for 6. So his figures were a little bit unflattering at the end, but actually he bowled 3 overs really well. And Dieter Klein, especially his second ball, went for a 6, a top edge 6 that would have been caught on any other ground apart from where we were tonight. And then Chris Wright, unfortunately, misfielded, he went for 4, and Dieter, I think, went for 40. So if you take 10 runs off that, that was an outstanding an outstanding series of bowling on a high-class pitch against some world-class players. So there's some good positives to take from it tonight, and we've learnt a lot. We know that our execution has to be better, and we'll work on that.
You mentioned the positives there, and none more so would be the improvement in the batting from the Warwickshire game. Yeah,
definitely. Warwickshire, it is fine margins. If we'd have scrapped and got 145, 150, a couple of partnerships, if Harry Deedon could have just stayed in a bit longer with Colin Ackerman, and Lewis Hill was getting in nicely. If he could have just stopped in another 4 or 5 overs, then I really believe we'd have got 145, 150. That would have been a very competitive score with pace off the ball. It was just starting to dry up and it was starting to grip. So even though look at this, by 50 runs it seems a lot, but actually it's 2 overs. It's 2.5, 3 overs, which at this level still it's fine margins with the amount of boundaries that are flying around on a postage stamp and a flat wicket.
And it's good to see the likes of Aaron Lilly and Lewis Hill come in and take the fore in the chase and do what everyone knows that they can do with the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. The lads have had really good preparation this week. They didn't play in the championship game. They had some good nets together. Aaron and Louis and also Dieter Klein all worked well together this week and put some good performances in it. And it just shows what they've worked on and what they've practiced at. It came off in the middle today, so it bodes well.
And looking ahead now to Durham, what are your initial thoughts going into that fixture on Friday?
Yeah, well, Durham, they're a competitive side. They haven't got the class that Yorkshire have. They've got some good cricketers, but we know that if we execute better and play the way we did with the bat, we know we'll be really tough to beat. So, it's a game that be an exciting game of cricket. But Durham have got a good side. They rely heavily on their overseas, but we know if we can take early wickets. That's the one thing that was probably a slight negative tonight, was not taking early wickets. DT was unlucky with his second ball that went for 6. It was just over Parky's head at a short third man on this ground tonight. But what it does, it gives us a nice brand of cricket that we know we can, we know where we are, we know what we're about, we know what we have to do now, and we're just got to make sure we execute well. That's what it's all about. Our thinking was much better tonight from Edgbaston. Our thinking at times at Edgbaston was just a bit under par, and our execution wasn't there either. So tonight the thinking was good, which is our execution against a top class side just wasn't quite good enough.
And hopefully it'll be played in front of a full Fischer County Ground, that people that come tonight will see what we're all about, see what the game's about, and come back down and support the Foxes. Yeah,
well, over 250 runs in 40 overs, which is exceptional. So I hope everybody's enjoyed it. We love their support. The ground is pretty full. Great atmosphere again as ever. And Durham, they'll come in. It's very different to what they're used to. Durham generally use every inch of grass that we're used to use at Leicestershire. And they run people ragged, so they're not going to be able to do that here. It's going to be a bit more power hitting. So whoever executes the best on the day will win. But we know where we are now. We've played at home. We know what we're about. So let's move forward and we prepare well.